Hey guys, it's Frana here, and today I have a very special video for you guys. I decided that I wanted to talk about the differences between Europe and the US. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and since I've lived in the US for the past 3 years in Sacramento, California, where I go to college, I kind of wanted to share my experience and cultural things that I've noticed between Europe and the US. And I'm originally from Croatia, a small city of Rijeka. Well, it's not that small, it's like the third largest city in Croatia. This is not supposed to offend anyone, I just wanted to kind of share some things that I've noticed. Let's get started. So the first thing that I noticed, and this was like right as I came to the US, is that the dress code is way more relaxed there. For example, here, if you go out to meet with your friends or something, you really like dress up, you put effort into your outfit, you know, you wear like a skirt or maybe some like dress pants or, I mean, even jeans, but you kind of like dress it up, you know, you accessorize, you wear a cute bag. And in the US, it's way different. It's like pretty normal to just wear leggings everywhere and hoodies, which I do really love, but sometimes I kind of miss the dressing up part and everything. So like the first time that we had our orientation, it was like a student athlete orientation. I came in, I wore this like jumpsuit. It was like a black jumpsuit. I like put hoop earrings on, like a cute little bag. And I was so excited, you know, to meet my roommate Jenna for the first time and all these other athletes. And everyone was just dressed in like super like chill clothes, you know, leggings and like tank tops and flip-flops and hoodies. And I was so shocked because this is like the first time me going to college and everyone is just so chilled. And then I kind of got into it and now I like love wearing leggings every day. So that's kind of one thing that I've really like noticed at the beginning. And also in America, you can wear a hat to class and your professors won't say anything. You can basically wear a crop top. You don't really have to be careful what you wear to class because there isn't really like a dress code or the professors don't really seem to mind, which is very different because in Croatia you have to be like kind of more conservative when you go to class. The second thing that I think is a big difference between Europe and the US is the cafe culture. So in Europe or in Croatia, you kind of go to a cafe, you meet with your friends, and you sit there for hours just talking, you know, catching up, or you even set up a business meeting, or basically, I feel like everything here revolves around getting coffee and just like sitting in cafes and, you know, going out and everything like that. But in the US, cafes are more of a place where you go and sit down and you study and you do your own thing. You kind of focus on, I mean, sometimes you'll go and get coffee, but it's more like a quick coffee or, you know, you take it to go. And here, like, there isn't very many places where you can get your coffee to go. I mean, there are, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's just different. You know, people just sit down and drink their, like, small coffees. So, I have my coffee here. Guys, I'm obsessed with coffee. Literally obsessed. It's, like, not good. The next thing that I've noticed is, you know, like if I invited my friend to go and get coffee, I would pay for that coffee and then she would be like, oh, I'll just get the bill next time. I feel like in the US it's more common to just pay for your own, especially if you're like a college student, you know, you just pay for your own coffee, you split it, whatever. Maybe it's because coffee is way more expensive there, I don't know. So the next thing that is really crucial to know if you're moving to the US or you're a student or anything, is that in America you have to tip. Like 15-20%, but you have to leave a substantial amount of like money for the waiter, like a tip. In Europe, it's like you just leave some change that you have, you know, it's not a big deal. Even if you don't leave anything, you know, it's like if someone is very nice, if you have a very nice server, you want to give them like a tip, you know, to kind of like show them that you thought they were really nice, but it's not expected of you to leave a tip every single time. So I don't really know this, but when I moved, my roommate Jenna, she was always like, no, Frana, we gotta leave like 20%, you know, you literally have to. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna be nice and leave a tip. So that's definitely something you gotta consider. Another thing, oh my god, okay, so this is something that kind of annoys me, but like when you go shopping and you find, I don't know, jeans or something and they're like $50 wait until you get to the cashier, because they don't add tax to the prices that they show. So whatever the price is, you have to add tax, and they only show you that at the register. So sometimes when you have like your money ready, you're like, oh, I got this. You're like, you still need to pay that couple dollars of tax. So you need to remember that it's not exactly the price that the price tag says. God, I have to talk about this, but the clubs and the drinking age and all of that stuff. So I lived my teenage years between Bahrain, which is in Asia, and Croatia. Both of these places, drinking age is 18. So on my 18th birthday, I was like thinking about it. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much fun. But I turned 18 in the US. So in the US, the drinking age is 21, which meant I couldn't really go out or anything. Basically, in Europe, even if you're like 16, 17, most of the time you can get into the club. You just can't buy alcohol. You know, they're gonna ask you for your ID. But so I thought, oh great, you know, I'm just gonna go out in the US and like I won't get any alcohol. I'll just go out, you know, dance, have fun. There's a catch. In the US, you can't even enter the club if you're not 21. They literally ask you for your ID at the door. I was so like disappointed because now I'm 20. I'm finally turning 21 next month, or in 1.5 months. And I'll finally be able to experience like clubs in the US. So I'll be able to talk about that in like a future video if you guys are interested. But that's definitely something that's like so weird to me, you know? You can't even enter, you can't even go down and like drink a juice, you know? But that's just the way it is. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is sports events. So at sports events in Europe, you kind of just like go to the game, especially like soccer. You go to the game, you watch the game, you go home. Nothing like that big happens, you know? But in the US, it's all about the entertainment that comes along with the game. So you have these dancers, they give out prizes, there's different cameras that like take videos of all the people in the audience and like games that people play. There's a bunch of different food and drinks, and I feel like it's just a lot like about the entertainment and everything else that goes on during the game. While in Europe, it's more just like you go to the game and you watch the game and you go home, and then, you know, you can go out after or party before, but like when you're at the game, you're at the game. Nothing that exciting happens, which, I mean, I kind of do like the entertainment in America. It's more fun for me, especially. I don't know, I just love going and you have like these dancers or doing their dances, the halftime shows, and like all this fun stuff that is happening. I don't know, I kind of love it, to be honest. The next big thing that I want to talk about is the situation of living at home. So in Europe, or at least in Croatia, it's not that weird if you live at home when you're like 25, you know? It's pretty normal actually. You know, you go to college, you stay at home, you live at home. But in America, if you're like 22 and live at home, I feel like people kind of look down upon it. And it's so weird because like, what are you supposed to do at such a young age? Like, how are you supposed to pay all your bills? I mean, of course you can work and stuff, but like paying for college and paying for your bills and all this, like all these different costs. And you know, in Croatia, you can just live at home and no one's gonna judge you. It's not gonna be a big deal. But I feel like in the US, it really is. So that's something that I do not like. But that's how it is. Oh my God, I have another one. Walking everywhere. In Europe, you literally walk everywhere. Like if you're in the city center, you just walk and walk and walk all day, and like it's way more normal. But in the US, if you don't have a car, I feel like you're kind of stuck. Like I don't have a car and I hate it. I can't go anywhere. I always have to ask my friends or pay for all these different Ubers. And in Europe, I can just take public transport, which I kind of hate too, but like it's more normal to take public transport and like just walk everywhere. In America, you just really have to drive because things are like really spread apart. And I don't know, I really do like the walking. It's kind of nice, you know, you get a cute outfit on, you go to the city center, you walk around, you drink your coffee for like 3 hours. I don't know, I like the European lifestyle. But I freaking love America. I love America. So that's my problem actually. I literally, like when I'm in Europe, I love Europe. When I'm in America, I love America. So I don't even know where I want to live because I love both so much. It's so different. But I guess we'll see when I finish college what I'm gonna be doing. But guys, I literally have like so many more things to talk about, but it's already like a 13-minute video, so should I just continue? Okay, so the next point that I wanted to talk about is, oh my god. So in America, I feel like it's way more offensive and people are way more sensitive if you talk about their weight, right? Like in Europe, it's not a big deal if someone you haven't seen in a while comes up to you and says like, oh my god, you've gained some weight, or you've lost weight, or just kind of openly talking about like how much weight you've gained, like, you know, and talking how much you weigh and all this stuff. While in America, it's like very, like people are very sensitive about it. And I didn't really know this at first when I moved. So I would openly talk about like, I weighed this much, or I gained this much weight in college and all this stuff. And like, I feel like a lot of people took it the wrong way because it was just something that I didn't really like think about. It was pretty normal to me, you know, just open, it's just, you know, something about me. But in America, you really have to be careful. You can't talk about it that much. You can't mention it to people. I feel like you just have to be way more careful about that. So, okay. So I feel like in Croatia, people focus more on lunch rather than dinner. But in the US, dinner is like the main meal, the bigger meal. But here it's all about lunch. So this is another big like kind of culture shock to me, because like when I started college and I moved, we would often travel with the team and we would like eat a sandwich for lunch and then we would get a big dinner, and I would be like, oh my god, I just want soup for dinner, like I'm not hungry for dinner. And everyone's like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? Like you're supposed to get a big meal for dinner, you know? But I feel like in Croatia it's more normal to like eat some leftovers from lunch, or a soup or a salad, or like eggs. And in America it's like you have to have a big dinner and it's like a small lunch. Also, the last thing that I want to talk about is something that, I don't know if I'm completely right about this, but I feel like in Europe, the beauty standards are very different from the US. I think that in Europe, it's more like natural beauty is appreciated more. Because when I'm in the US, I feel like, oh my god, I need to get my hair super blonde, and my teeth need to be super white, and I want to get my lashes done, and I want to get my fake nails done, and like, all this stuff, how I'm supposed to look like, and I just feel like I need to look like that. But then when I'm here, I'm more okay with, you know, have like these like huge roots and not having my nails done, and my teeth are not like super white. I don't know. I just think that it's, I don't know, that's just something I feel. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and comment down below if you think I'm wrong, but I just feel like natural beauty is more appreciated here, and not like, you know, like in the US, everyone kind of looks up to all these celebrities that have had all their faces done, and like people think they're so beautiful. But I feel like in Europe, a lot of people are like, no, they're not pretty, they're so fake, you know, they're plastic. Okay guys, this is it for my video. I hope you enjoyed. I really had a lot of fun filming and talking about this. It was kind of long, but I just had so much to talk about. And I feel like I could definitely make a part 2 because I have a lot more things that I want to talk about. But this is just some things that I've noticed over the time that I've lived in the US, California, and Europe, Croatia. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you all. Subscribe and comment down below what you want me to film, and mwah, bye!